Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I want to talk about something that I think is kind of funny. People who will get angry if their favorite team didn't win the Super Bowl. Now, I know that everybody has their favorite team or teams because there's more than one, and some people got emotionally invested in the team for the playoffs and all the other normal games and all the other events leading up to the Super Bowl. And I understand some people might be disappointed if their team doesn't win. But then come the people who they get disappointed and then they're expecting some type of accountability. You know, like they're expecting the National Football League or the football team to say, oh, we're sorry that the other team's play was better than our play. Sorry that the other team scored more goals in a game than we did. Sorry that sorry that they tackled us more than we tackled them, or whatever. So, not all football fans, but some football fans will go with the accountability thing, or not even that. They'll actually go if it's some type of loss, like it was some type of war and they lost, you know. Or they'll go with the fact that the team did it by purpose, you know. My friend Helen Drew's like that. I can't believe it. That team lost by purpose. They did it to embarrass us all. Well, Helen, there's a little thing in that Jordan said. It all happened by chance. The other team's plays happened, game plan happened to be more advanced than the other teams. The other team got more tackles in. The other team got more goals. So it's whatever team happened to do the better job that won it. And I don't think it was done by purpose. Yeah, well, there's no way. Because according to most sports, since they're non-choreographed and the games just happen to play out the way they play out between the individual teams, nobody can really point their finger at the booker and say that was a lousy booking decision. I'm sure that in sporting leagues there is a booker, someone who does put the teams together, but that's all he or she does. They don't predetermine the end of the game, and they don't decide who's going to get the penalty, who's not, who's going to do the tackles, and who isn't. All of those strategies are between the individual teams of who's going to do the tackle, who's going to get the ball and score the goal. When it comes to who's going to get the penalties, well, that just happens by someone being foolish and stupid and not following the rules. And it's up to the referee's discretion at that point. But beyond that, there isn't really too much of a liability. I guess if you bought a ticket and went to the show, then maybe you might have some liability. But really, at the end of the day, I don't really think there's any liability for the person's favorite team not winning. You know? And it goes like this. I can't believe it. I have got emotionally invested in the Carolina Panthers. Yes, that was my fault. I guess they really let North and South Carolina down. I don't really think they did. There might be some people in North and South Carolina that are disappointed that the team didn't win, but it's not like a war. You know, it's not like both teams went to war and now the losing side is going to get conquered and occupied by the winning side. It's not anything like that. It's a game. I don't know why you people get that emotionally invested into it to a point where you're crying liability, where you want liability and accountability, and you act like it's your own personal offense that was done to you. Yeah. Some football fans, not all of them, but some of them act like it was a personal offense that their team A didn't get into the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl, B lost in the playoffs, or C lost in the Super Bowl. Okay? And if you happen to live in a place where, if you happen to live, this really basically seems to be, this basically really seems to be a theme with all football fans. They tend to take their team's losses very hard. Some of them actually believe the team did it by purpose to hurt them, or to either shame or embarrass the village, borough, township, town, or city that the team represents, or the state, because some teams represent states and some teams represent village, borough, township, town, or city. I don't really know any teams that represent counties, but if they did, it would be about the same. I don't know why they do. Some football fans will claim that they're passionate and they're emotionally invested, and that that's their right, and I have no problem with that. But it's pretty funny when they act like that act like it was some type of personal offense, and they're so disappointed into the fact that their day's ruined. There probably are some people out there who act like my day's ruined. That's it. My day's ruined, Jordan, because my team didn't win the Super Bowl. No, your team's not ruined, and there's always next year. You can't win them all, right? Since it's non-choreographed and it just happens by chance, and the one team just happens to do a better job than the other team, there's always going to be one team that does a better job and wins. There's always going to be the team that loses. If it was up to everyone, their favorite team or teams would win every year. So that's about it. I'm Jordan Long. I hope you enjoyed this video.